From the MMA icon not hesitating in offering his services to the Twitter boss, to GSP's former boss, Uncle Dana, doing everything he can to encourage the fight, here's the real reason GSP offered to train Elon Musk. Who said business is the only language Mark Zuckerberg and Musk know? The two are about to let their fists do the talking, and we're all here for it. But folks, this whole saga got even more interesting when Georges St. entered the mix, offering his services to the Twitter honcho. Musk knew training with the legendary GSP would give him an edge over his competitor because he didn't waste any time in accepting the MMA fighter's offer. Things just got a lot more wild, right? But first, let's talk about the much-anticipated fight. It all began with a Twitter thread. These two have a real enemies to lovers trope going on. Don't believe me? Let me catch you up here. Their feud first started in 2016, when SpaceX's botched mission destroyed Facebook's satellite, causing Zuckerberg to release a statement saying he was deeply disappointed. After that, there's been no love lost between the two CEOs. Did you know that during the Cambridge Analytica scandal, Musk made a show out of deleting his company's Facebook page? He even tweeted that Mark's company gave him the willies. Yeah, that probably didn't help the situation. Apart from this, the two also have different perspectives on the whole AI revolution saga, with Mark being a huge advocate of regulations, who thinks that pushing these doomsday scenarios on other people is super negative and will only stop any possible progress. Elon, meanwhile, thinks it's not necessary for anything we're doing. Now, Musk might have let all of this slide, but then Zuckerberg came after Twitter. Did you know he's looking to release Threads, a rival to Musk's social media app? Apparently, the motivation behind this new platform is to create a safe space that is sanely run. Ouch! And what do you know? This jibe earned a reply from Musk, who tweeted, "I'm sure Earth can't wait to be exclusively under Zuck's thumb with no other options. At least, it will be Zayn." One Twitter user asked Elon to be careful, since Mark knows jiu-jitsu now, but I'm guessing Musk took this as a challenge and responded, "I'm up for a cage match if he is LOL." Imagine how Zuckerberg responded. He posted a screenshot of Musk's tweet on his Instagram story with the caption, "Send me the location." Simple, yet effective, am I right? With this apparent confirmation, a real buzz started going on and fighters started chiming in offering their services. But clearly, only one of them stood out for the Twitter CEO. And yes, it was the one made by the Canadian UFC icon, Georges St. Well, that makes sense because his offer was the sincerest one of all. The fighter pretty much laid out his heart in a single tweet to Musk. If for any reason you missed the offer he made, let me tell you what he said. St. started off simply, saying that he was a big fan of Elon. He also said it'd be a huge honor for him to be the tycoon's training partner, prepping him for the upcoming challenge. And make sure he knows enough to beat the jiu-jitsu knowing Meta CEO. Now, if you think that George has a vendetta against Zuckerberg, then folks, that's not entirely correct. GSP just adores Musk and is a big admirer of his work and personality. So, these training sessions will let him spend some one-on-one quality time with the billionaire. And who'd say no to that? Besides, if he were to bet on either of the two CEOs, chances are he'll throw his weight behind Elon. It's obvious his offering to train the guy is simply a reflection of his opinion. That's all cool, but there's a very important question that should be asked here. Will they work together? Considering St. George's career, I'll go out on a limb and say Musk is in good hands. I mean, folks, why don't you see it for yourself? During his MMA career, he had a record of 26-2, suffering losses from only Matt Hughes and Matt Serra, who, by the way, he beat in rematches. And did I mention his last loss came in 2007? Afterwards, he went on a 13-win streak that only ended with his retirement. One more thing, during his time in the UFC, he was a 3-time welterweight champ and 1-time middleweight champ. That's enough for his fans to brand him the best MMA fighter ever. Before we get into anything here, there's one more fighter that sent Musk an offer. And well, let's just say that it turned quite a few heads. Highly controversial influencer and ex-pro kickboxer Andrew Tate, who also threw his hat in the ring, saying that a win was guaranteed if Musk picked him as his trainer. But we all know how that turned out. I guess Elon didn't pick him because Tate brought in his beef. You see, Meta had banned the guy from all its platforms for spreading anti-vaccine propaganda. So if he could train Musk and teach him to beat Zuckerberg, then in a way, it'll be enough to restore his honor. I guess that's one way to look at it. Now, with the amount of controversies Musk and Tate have, both of them seemed pretty perfect for each other. But clearly, the Twitter CEO didn't see it that way. Now guys, we don't exactly know if a couple of sessions with GSP should be enough to get Musk a victory over Zuckerberg. But one thing is clear, they are going to give him a strong knowledge of fighting. On top of this, GSP might not have to work all that hard. Get this, Musk has a size advantage over his rival. That's not all though. Apparently, he also has had training in martial arts. In a 2022 interview, the billionaire revealed that he had previously trained in Kyokushin karate, taekwondo, judo, and even Brazilian jiu-jitsu, which we all know is Zuckerberg's turf. We're just going to have to wait for the fight or GSP's training sessions with Musk to see if any of that training will be of any help or not. But whatever the case might be, fans are more than ready to see this pairing come to life. Musk accepting GSP's offer sent everyone into a major frenzy, with one person tweeting, "That's an offer you can't refuse." Now, I gotta agree here. Some even pointed out that with this offer, GSP was risking wounding up on the wrong side of history. I guess that depends on your opinion of Elon. But hey, apart from this, people called the two of them a dream collab, saying that Mark stood no chance now. And hold on folks, there's one more plot twist here. This Zuckerberg versus Musk bout might turn out to be a John Jones versus George St. Pierre fight. You heard that right. Jones took to Twitter saying, "You already know I am Team Zuck. Let me know if you need a training partner." But there's still some delay at Mark's end because he's yet to accept Jones's offer to train him. Although chances are it's a done deal, because with his status as a former lightweight king turned heavyweight champ, Jones is truly one-of-a-kind trainer who'll raise Zuckerberg's chances of winning 100 times. After all, the billionaires could do a lot worse than these absolute legends helping them out. But still, we'll have to wait and see whose CEO gets the win. And you know what, guys? There are some points where Zuckerberg and Musk's training sessions overlap. Did you know that they've both sought out the help of Lex Fridman, the famous podcast host, and jiu-jitsu black belt? Lex posted a tweet of his training with the Meta CEO, with a caption saying he was also looking forward to training Musk. And guess what? Soon enough, Musk informed his fans that he'd taken a session with Lex, so if there were any doubts in your mind that this fight might not end up happening, then this should clear everything up. Now, GSP's former boss, Dana White, is also trying everything to turn this fight into a reality. He was even seen wearing a shirt that said Zuckerberg versus Musk. I guess no one should be surprised here, because a possible Musk versus Zuck battle means big money. And as we already know, Dana only sees green. He predicted this fight would generate over $1 billion and be the biggest fight in the history of the world. Uncle Dana also said he spoke to both parties, and they were deadly serious about it. Apparently, we can easily expect them to leave behind the greatest Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Conor McGregor bout, because this is going to create 3 times the buzz. And with GSP and John Jones joining the team, I guess we can only expect the bout to get bigger and better. All that's left to do now is to wait for the date. And there you have it. From GSP's former boss, Uncle Dana, doing everything he can to encourage the fight, to MMA icon not hesitating in offering his services to the Twitter boss. That's all for the real reason GSP offered to train Elon Musk.